Welcome. I am Oga, and I welcome you to the first installment of Let's Get It On, a let's play where a roleplay divided Impera, the mode that made Rome 2 Total War playable. A disclaimer, the first few episodes of this let's play were recorded on 2 pieces of string in a cave, but bear with me, I did move out of the cave and got a 3rd string. So don't judge me too harshly by the sound quality, just by the bad humor. So welcome to my first ever attempt at a let's play. The let's plays will be divided into 2 types of videos. The logistical ones, where I press stuff and explain the roleplay reason why, expect some suboptimal decisions to be made, and the epic battle ones. If the name isn't self-explanatory, these will be videos where I will roleplay as Tarantino and show you mostly pictures of feet. In between horrific yet realistic depictions of the human tragedy we call war. Rome Total War. Because I know most people just want to watch the battles. So you can do that. Ignore all the hard work I put into giving context to the battles, give characters personalities and, well, character and all that jazz. Most people are just here for the feat, and I get it. And no king shaming here, you disgusting perverts.
Who and what we are? We are in the most peaceful of European regions, the Balkans, in the province of Dacia. We are the Getae, or only a true Greek will be able to pronounce it and label us as the Gits, as the Getae. But we are true loyal Dacians, the only true loyal Dacian. All of Dacia belongs to us. All of your bases are now belong to us. We will get to the other not so true Dacians later. But who are we exactly? I will try to roleplay this campaign because why not? So this is our king, King Dotos, the not so mighty, because he is circumspect. He basically really lacks initiative. He's disciplined, self-deprecating, cowardly, and stingy. What a true king. Luckily for him, he is wealthy. Bet it helps. He is a king, and he is merciful, which is kind of funny because we just get more captives after the battle. It doesn't really slaughter everybody. So no blood for the blood god. Poor Korn that he's whipping. So who are the other political parties and influential characters we have? We have the Burdivanse chieftains, the Burii. They are militaristic and they are patriots. I think that's the one that really hates it when other people are in our land. And he hates Easterners. Why not? Welcome to the Balkans. The actual representative of the Burii, his name is Scorlio. He hates Easterners, of course. He is magnanimous, disciplined, self-deprecating, brave, and wasteful. Well, this is brave. He is chieftain's king. Okay, so he was born with a silver spoon. That's why he hates Easterners? Doesn't make sense. Freedom. Okay. Interesting. -2 slave unrest. Actually synergizes with King Dotos. So yeah, I think he will actually become a governor. Another new feature, the mod, I will get to that later. So the other entity, political entity, are the Potulatense, the Potuli. So they are expansionists and they like barbarians. Well, welcome to the Balkans. Pastorality for each barbarian faction. Okay. And the guy, he is actually... Okay, I should explain. The first 2 traits are just for the faction. And the third one is the actual leader, what he adds to the faction. Once he dies, it will change. So he's militaristic. He is... Oh, what a lovely guy. Sociopath. He is abstemious, vain, rash, and greedy. Should learn how to pronounce that. unpronounceable word. He's cultured, of course. Cultured sociopath, lovely. He has authority, lovely. So bad he's... Oh, I know exactly who he is. He is Grima Wormtongue, the Dacian version of Grima Wormtongue. What a lovely guy. So the third political entity are the Council of Chieftains, basically the other. Okay, they are bigots. Lovely. Means one loyalty for what? For each province where the pure culture is not dominant. Actually not a problem. And xenophobe. Oh, lovely. -2 loyalty for each faction with which you establish diplomatic treaties. What a love. Welcome to the Balkans. So the bigoted xenophobes. Lovely. Is this random or actually someone is a low-key racist in the modding team? I don't know. Diplomat. So the leader is actually a diplomatic bigot xenophobe. I'm speechless. So he is
histrionic.
Oh, he's actually old. He's 45, the other two were 24, and our king is 35. So he's just the only old guy. Indulgent, vain, rash, and wasteful. He is a farmer. And he is excellent. He's the best of all the farmers. #1 farmer, Mr. Pieporus. Pieporus, the lovely bigoted farmer. And everybody starts as the beginner at all of these. These actually level up as the game progresses. When you actually do stuff, everybody starts as a student, as a deputy, and as a scalper. And actually the mod adds some interesting population mechanics.
You get 3 or 4 strata of population and you recruit units based on how many of these pops you have.
So we have elites, 1,000, 3,000 warriors, 16,000 freemen, 5,000 foreigners that I assume we hate. Jump cut. Each province has a lot of modifiers, which are quite overwhelming. I don't think many people bother reading it, but let's have a glance. So we hate foreigners, good food, -2 growth, -10 to tax. Lovely. Farming is good. Trade -10% to trade. Lovely. Industrial -1%. Rough lands. It's how to move. Oh, but wilderness and our land. So this is ambush land. So this won't be a really good province to get any sort of income from. What a lovely starting position. Only thing we can actually do is to upgrade our barbarian hamlet grain 1 to barbarian hamlet grain 2, or the decision making, and I feel so immersed. And now we will expand the city. We're actually using some of the growth to expand it, and since we won't really get a lot of money from this province, I guess we'll just build a warrior's lodge.
Our starting army is made of King Dotos himself.
We have some local men with axes. We have a unit of scouts, skirmish cavalry, and we have some local youths. They're really fast, and they're technically an archer unit, but they're more like flanking infantry. You're supposed to go around the fighting line, throw your javelin, pilum, whatever, and then charge with them. At least that's how I try to use them. We can't recruit them, so this is the only unit we have for, I think, a long time. What can we recruit? We can recruit more axemen, some local levies, local slingers, and the baggage train. I don't think we need the baggage train. And we can also get some mercenary cavalry. The iconic Dacian flagsmen really hit hard. And then they actually hit, which is lovely change. And we have some bowmen that we can recruit. Jump cut! What should we do? I think since we're trying to roleplay this, Mr. Rigozus, the cultured sociopath, start whispering in our King Dotos, the undecisive, about the people across the road. So who are those people across the road? Well, the game wisely chose to name them Dacians, despite we being the only Dacians. the only true Dacian. So King Dotos the Mighty, the people across the street, they call themselves Dacians. And despite you being the king of all Dacians, the king of mighty Dacia, they don't pay you tax. We need to address this. As devout follower of Zalmoxis, we need to liberate their bodies so their souls can reborn as true tax-paying Dacians. Actually, as a side note, if anyone is interested about the teaching of Zalmoxis, he was a local preacher man, some kind of a Buddhist before Buddhism was a thing, really believed in reincarnation. At least what the Greeks thought the locals believed in, that they weren't afraid of death, that death is just another opportunity, another door to a new room of a new life, and your soul goes on. So I think this is what we believe in. So King Dotos will be swayed by Mr. Rigozus, and yes, we will start marching towards those unpaying heathen. March across the road, because we're civilized like that. And I think we should start recruiting. First, we should recruit all the mercenaries, because these are units we can't really get anywhere else. And the opposition would be kind of tough, I think. They have an army like us, only better, because they have the flaxman that hit like a truck, and the local garrison has another unit of flaxmen, some town folk that aren't that tough, the 3 militia, just numbers, they're not really that much of a threat, and the 3 units of bowmen, which could be a problem. So we need an army. What should we recruit? Guess we should get some slings, try and get to the flaxmen before they get to us, and another unit of axemen, since they know how to fight. So yeah, this is what we are recruiting. Let's see the technology. I think since we are recruiting so many mercenaries, we should get headhunt. This lowers mercenary upkeep cost. So yeah, that's what we are doing. Another good reason to recruit the mercenaries, because our king is a vain coward. He would, I think, actually prefer an overwhelming force of true professionals to fight the non-paying peasants from across the road. Jump cut! Since we are recruiting, let's raise another force. Let's get that other noble that was good with slaves, Don Scorleone. Oh, we can actually get some heavy horse archers. Nice. Well, too bad that he probably won't see any kind of action. We will use him as a governor. How this mod works is that if you garrison just the general, he acts as a true governor. He gives all of his bonuses to the city. Unlike an actual army, which would be the general's unit and at least one more unit, the general won't give all of his buffs to the city. And not only that, it will give them malus, because people hate to see soldiers guarding them. So they will slowly become unhappy if you just garrison an army inside the town. So you actually need to camp outside, which is a nice touch, I think. So we got him, and he will rule Mlava while we go and get him people to rule. Most likely unwillingly. But hey, that's their problem for being weak. Jump cut! Recruit an agent. And since we are an all-inclusive society, for everybody actually born here, and not those smelly Easterners, we can recruit a female agent. And her name is Urpana. Okay, welcome to the army. Oh, you can't really move. So, you can move a bit. You can cross town. Lovely. So she will probably be embedded in this army to teach them how to fight. How to fight like a real man, taught by a woman. Actually, if you were in the army, we should rename the army the Raiders. So it's a silly name. We will name this Armata Lui Dotos's army. Jump card. Another thing we should do is lower the tax. I think we need growth, since we only have 2 buildings. How do I do that? I think, yeah, trade and finances. We are really lowering the taxes. Since we will have, true citizens shouldn't pay much taxes. We have slaves for that. But the last thing we should do before ending the turn is move our spy. I just noticed that we have one. His name is Tsiru. Who are our neighbors to the north? Well, we can move a lot. We have in Sarmisegetusa, we have the Apulii. These are also Dacians, but the wrong kind of Dacians. The main problem with them is that they're kind of stronger than us. They have a big city with walls and stuff. Walls are not good, at least not when we are on the outside. So we will deal with them later. And the last province of Dacia we have in Petrodava, Bastarnos. These are Celts, sheep-shagging Celts. We don't like sheep-shagging Celts in our lands. So they should die, despite them being actually the nicest of the bunch. Yeah, they are reliable. Also they are reliable. The other Dacians, the white Dacians. Only the Apulii are assholes, treacherous and aggressive. Everybody is aggressive. Welcome to the Balkans. Another thing I should address before we end the turn is why we only have 2 armies and not all the armies, since we still have some money. Well, the answer is the Imperium level. It's supposed to represent how well organized we are. And spoilers alert, we are not well organized. Our Imperium level is 1. We can only fill 2 armies and only have this number of agents. Jump card, but I guess we finally got to the best part of the game, the end turn. We'll edit this part out in post-production, but not me. I think in every Total War game, this is the best part of the game. I think this is why EA wisely chooses to extend this part in every release. What?
NANI?
Oh my god. Well, I guess I'm actually not editing this one out. So you want me to pay you 600 monies so you won't attack me? No, thank you. I think we will politely refuse. Wow, the audacity. No. I'm sorry, I was speechless. And welcome to the next turn. Dacian military reform system. So the mod actually makes a reform system for almost every faction, and it's different for every faction. For us, I think, is that in order to learn how to fight like real men, we need to actually fight real men, namely the men of Roma. And I think also they changed in the last patch that we can also fight the Scythians. So yeah, either Rome or Horse Barbarian. What else happened? We recruited. Oh, the Bastarnos went to war with their neighbors. Good. I hope they all die. Our neighbors to the south, the Drisian kingdoms, went to war with their neighbor. Our lovely neighbors that demanded money from us went to war with the Scordicii. They live here. Okay, good for them. So they're at war. Lovely. Maybe they won't be home when we go knocking. Oh, look at that! The Apulii went to war with the Scordicii. The Scordicii are very popular. They are at war on 2 fronts. Follow the road, because we are civilized like that. I guess since we are camping here, you're still home. Dude, you're at war. Go war. The pillagers. Go pillage! Go pillage! Let's recruit. Oh, we can get more mercenaries, but we can't really afford them. We only make 296 monies each turn. So I guess we'll only get the flaxman. And I guess we can afford 2 spears, just normal levies, 3 spearmen. So yeah, why not? Since our king is so brave, we will bring the lady, so she could teach us how to fight like a real man. I guess since all the real action is happening with the Scodicii, let's go and visit. Welcome to the future. Nothing interesting happened during the end turn, nor any interesting end turn reports. So we cross the road and we declare war. We are fighting both their armies, their army and the garrison, and they outnumber us by roughly 350 men. But we have better men, because we are better men, and we also pay better men. So see you during the battle.